What's that? Well, I didn't hear you.
Yeah. What'd you say, Game God? I'm sorry. What did you say?
I don't know what I said. Does it hurt me? Yeah. That's our new anthem for the podcast. Yeah, play
The
it.
new
Play it in
anthem, the Kate Bush
The
anthem,
new anthem.
or we like
Yeah.
to call it the Missy Elliott anthem, and we
You know what? Getting already. I forgot to open this screen up over here. What's going on? What is going on? Here we go.
Oh, I have so much to
Listen.
say.
What?
So much
What?
to say.
Oh, hey, there's a bunch of buttons I gotta press here. Is that what I gotta do? Oh yeah, I do gotta do that stuff. Press this one there. Oop,
Oh boy.
press that there. Oop, what just happened?
I don't know.
That's not good. Am I still on? Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
Hello out there.
Anybody out there?
Bringing back some memories there.
Memories. Hello, everybody. Welcome to
Memorex.
the podcast for Sci-Fi. We're just hanging out, just talking a little bit before we get started.
Yes, listen, I'm excited. I do have some show and tell, and I'm just itching to show you guys, but I want to wait a little bit. I want to wait a little bit. Yes,
I'm over here shoring some things up before we actually start this podcast tonight.
Oh, I just saw what you put up there. No wonder I don't have nothing to say about it. Jeez, you know what? As a matter of fact, put me in the box when you guys talk about.
Okay,
it.
well, I'll throw you out. No
Hey, we'll just put you in the box for the night. How about
Yeah,
that?
how about that?
Hey,
Boom.
you know what? Hey, can I use my vacation time?
Yeah, no, it doesn't. It doesn't start. You've used it all this year until next week.
Oh, I've accrued enough.
Yeah,
so
you've
next
already
week-
used. Yeah, you have to accrue some more work time in order to earn more. Yeah.
Man, I wanted to use a PTO. You know what? I don't feel good. I want to sick day.
Oh, really? Are you sick, or you just don't feel good?
Yeah.
Because there's a difference.
Hey, you saw me for a second. I was like, oh, which one's the right answer? That's what you know. Go ahead, ask any of your employees that. You sick or you just don't feel good?
You sick?
And then if they do this, if they look up, all right. So you can stay. You can stay.
I'm sick.
You can stay.
I just don't feel good. Oh well, good. Join the club.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't know what it's like over there for you guys. I know for Magic Mike, it's always 120 degrees to 20 degrees. Where he's at.
Seems like it's sometimes.
Over here, the temperature made it feel like 105 where I'm at. And I can tell you a high temperature and a migraine does not work together. So just for information purposes, put that on Wikipedia. I'm trying to set up my PTO day. I'm trying to, hey, I might not make it in tomorrow. Listen, it's where you're at, Moose. It's like 92 degrees. That's normal.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Moose, you look like you put a little color over the weekend. Is that were you at the beach?
Wait. Oh, what is that?
Is that the remix?
Oh man.
Yeah, I got a comment about that, but I'll hold that. Hey, somebody! Hey, man! You about to get us in trouble? What are you doing?
No, I'm under the threshold. It's like when they trace the line on a phone call. You got 25 seconds.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah. Yeah, cut it off before the 20. We just missed them. Keep 1 second.
Keep them on.
Shut it down.
Ask him another question.
Ask him something. Come on.
Keep it going.
We're almost there. 2 more seconds. He severed the call. Lost it. Hey, the whole thing, the whole chain gone. Don't even
all
have
of it gone. We don't even have a general area.
Nope, gone, disappeared.
Sorry.
Hey, no one took a snapshot of that, screenshot it. No one screen grabbed it. Do people say screen grab? Do they still say that?
They screen grab.
Yeah, people.
That's a new. No, that's a whole completely new term. I'm not familiar.
No, Mike knows what it is. He just said, yeah, they still do.
Nope, don't know. Well, that's must be some old people know because I don't know anything about
that. Yeah, that's from Windows. Windows ME. You got a screen grab.
Screen grab.
Screen grab.
Yeah.
Not a screenshot. You don't say a screenshot. A screen grab.
Look at Gene says snag it. Me.snag it. I guess that's another way to say
Snapchat. See, you guys know this stuff. I don't know. You have to say a screenshot.
Snag it.
The screenshot.
I'm not familiar with snag it. That's for sure.
Snag it.
Who me?
Snag it. That's what she says. She says snag it.
Yeah, that's what she said.
Window. What did you guys say?
Windows
Screen
ME.
grab. Screen grab.
Screen grab.
Screen grab.
Screen grab. Little hand comes out, grabs the
Yeah,
screen, pulls
grab that screen.
it. So it goes whoop. And
You mean like this? Do you grab it like this?
That's a rancho.
no,
that's a rancho term. I don't know anything about that. Screen grab.
Did he grab it like this? Is that how he grabbed the
No,
screen?
no,
Moves?
it just grabs
Like
and
this?
wipes off.
Like this? No.
And
Hey, man.
hey, in rancho they grabbing screens left and right. That's what I heard.
Jeez.
Screen grab is fine for James.
snag it.
Okay.
Snag it is like snipping tool. What is snipping tool?
Snipping tool. You know
You don't know what snipping tool is?
No, I don't know what snipping tool
Oh,
is.
yeah, now you just lost. You know, you definitely
That's an old people term.
Is that an old people term?
Yeah, what's that? Windows 98.
You need to go ahead and buy this right here. Okay, just go ahead and purchase this bad boy right here. So
Hey, let's hear your pitch. Let's hear your pitch. Come on, let's see.
It's already got
it.
snipping tool built in.
Look.
Hey, let's see if you still got it. Let's see if you still got it.
Look at this.
I know you used to have it.
Hey, even Gene thinks you're ridiculous for not knowing what snipping tool is.
I don't know what snipping tool is. It
All
probably has like a Windows 10. Really? I don't have that. I must have the off-brand version of Windows 10.
Yeah, Bendos. He's got Bendos.
No, mine's is called Screen Doors.
Windows 9.75.
Screen Doors 10.7.
He's running off something called 3.1.
Listen, she's telling me to
go,
search.
Gene.
Listen,
That's right.
No, don't do it. Listen, I'm gonna start searching. My computer's gonna shut down. You know, it's like
The way you search, you're probably right.
Where is the search bar?
You don't know where it's at on Windows 10?
No, I didn't even know what a search bar is at. Where's that at?
I don't know.
Hey,
I don't.
Hey, Gene,
I don't.
Can you
that
do
I
a
don't
tutorial
know.
for Game God?
Magic Mike, you use duals. I don't. I'm almost all in on Apple.
Yeah.
You use
Wait. I found Snip and Sketch. Is that it?
Snip and Sketch?
Yeah, that's what I have here. I tell you, I have screen door versions of I don't have Windows. Screen door.
Screen doors.
Hey, listen.
He did it Windows. Yeah, peepholes. Peepholes 3.2.
Hold on, let me see.
Yeah, I can't find it. Hold it. Oh man, I can't.
Hey, listen, I got some show and tell. I want to tell you guys.
All right, so go ahead. Put up your show and tell before we get started.
Yeah, so I
just get started.
So I over the last week I've found a new place to find some new product. And apparently Moose knew about this place and just kept it to himself.
Of course I have. I know about all places. You know me.
So I go to this place. I try to FaceTime Moose to say, look at the treasure trove I found. But it was 10 o'clock in the morning and he wasn't awake. So but anyway, so I go there, I find some stuff, and here's my first treasure trove. X-Wing.
Oh, nice.
So these are all Gundam. These are all
it's a
Gundam,
model?
you know that. Yeah, it's model.
That's nice.
So you make it.
Yes, I love that.
So X-Wing Starfighter Red 5 standing by.
Red 5 standing by.
Right? And let's get a
There
little
he
better.
is. He's Red 5 right there. Oh, ATST. Yes.
Yeah, there you go. Yes, there you go. That's my sound effect.
Pew, 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 pew.
Hey, here's number 3. Here's number 3. Pose X-Wing.
Pose X-Wing. Nice. I like where we're going.
All right.
Guys, you finding some gems.
Then it wouldn't be a treasure unless I found a Starscream.
Oh, very nice.
That's very cool.
Yeah, Starscream. But the meat and potatoes, the ribeye, and the vegetable.
Okay.
Is this?
Oh,
next
see,
right? I'm gonna come
started
off camera
searching.
For a second.
He started searching. Oh, look at this! Are you kidding me?
Oh, nice.
Very nice.
The universe is mine.
That sounds like Frank Welker.
I am Megatron, leader of the Decepticons.
That's very cool.
That is awesome.
The ultimate piece.
That's
has
very
arrived.
cool, Game God, by the way. That sounds just like Frank Welker. I think that's Frank Welker's voice for sure.
I think you're right.
So there is a spot up there. I've already cleared it. So I've had them up there.
That's awesome, man.
You cannot beat that, bro. That is really super cool. I'm
Yeah,
serious.
so that was the piece I've been waiting for. I happened to walk into an establishment and I was like, okay, let's go. Take it. I didn't even say, do you have it? So I saw it. Let's go.
Yeah, no, you
I'm done.
can't. You
Yeah.
shouldn't. You shouldn't.
Yep.
That's awesome. I'm
He's
surprised.
the only
Wrong.
reason-
It's
he's
not
the only
cha-ching,
reason-
It's king.
King. It's the only reason why I got Optimus there. Optimus would never have been in part of the collection without Megatron.
Yeah. No,
I'll
no.
tell you, there would be no Optimus because if there was no Megatron.
And there would be
Oh.
no Megatron if there's no Optimus.
I will tell you that I've got to have to pick those up at some point in time. Seriously.
Yes,
That's pretty cool.
I think it's getting
That's good
hard to
stuff,
find
man.
Optimus, so you better jump on that. It's
Really?
places are starting to sell it. Yeah, Optimus. I mean, it makes sense because Optimus is, the face of the Transformers. So he's getting
Yes.
harder to
Face?
find.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, the face.
All right, well-
but yeah, those were awesome. I would walk on the streets all day with it, just so you know.
Magic Mike, you said you had some show and tell or no?
No, I don't have any show and tell.
Did I have a show and tell? Oh, okay.
No, I do. Well, you know what? I may have shown you guys. I don't think I showed you guys. I think I've talked about it, but
Uh-oh.
All right.
Here we
Go
go.
ahead,
You
give
got
it
him
to me.
I can always
Okay.
find something.
Nice.
You didn't tell nobody about that. What's that about?
Is that a plaque or what is that?
Yeah, it's like a plaque. This is it's just like a
Holy-
screen print though.
To boldly
This
go where
is-
no one has gone before is what it says.
Yeah.
It's all. It's like it's a
That is
plaque
really
of all
cool.
of the ships up to that's
Is
the
that
new
the
Discovery.
Discovery?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right up to the new
What
Discovery.
is that called? Is that called Enterprise and Discovery? What is it called?
No, it's called Discovery.
It's called
I know, I'm
Discovery.
just messing.
Yeah.
So they're about to take that card away from you. Even the guy who knows the least about Star Trek knows that.
Ah,
See?
see, there we go.
There you
That's
go.
it.
There you go. That proves my point. I knew it.
All right. Well, tell you what. Let's get this show started because this show won't be long today. Or will it?
Let me start making my plans. Hold on.
Here we go. Start making your plans. Here we go. Wait. Before I do that, I can't go yet. Give me 2
Don't
seconds.
go yet. Don't go. Don't
Yeah,
go.
no.
Don't go. Stay.
No.
Stay right there.
I got to stay right here.
Stay right there.
This
Stay
is
right there.
this is
Do you need music? I put
yeah.
music.
No.
on for
Just
you.
do a fine talking would be fine. Just do this. Give me just a moment. I'm gonna be right back. Hold on.
Yeah,
I'll
so
be right back.
so I want to tell you something, Mike. The Hobby Lobby has okay, maybe not. I talk about myself. So this has become the Game God podcast. And there he goes. Hey,
That
welcome
was
back.
weird. I got taken out of the room.
Yeah, I was gonna say this now became the Game God podcast.
Yes.
So no, I found out that man, Hobby Lobby has some really cool stuff.
Is that where you
All-
got that stuff from?
All that stuff I got from Hobby
Oh
Lobby.
my gosh.
And here's the kicker: it was 40% off.
What?
Yeah,
Oh geez.
most of those things were about $22.
All right. Well, hey, I know how we like to hang out after the podcast. I am not going to be hanging out after the podcast. We're not doing an after hours show tonight. I'm going to a Hobby Lobby because there's
Yeah,
one
Hobby-
right down the street. From me.
Is there? Yeah, you need to go.
Yes.
Here's the other thing is that I also took pictures and I can send them to you of the decor they sell. They have like Star Wars, like a ton of Star Wars decor. They have a ton of video games, a ton of Marvel, and those were 50% off.
I've seen a lot of things in the past. I've seen stuff, but it wasn't discounted at that point, and
No,
so I'm
50%
guessing
off.
that it's coming. Yeah.
Like, and I'm like, man, I got no more room back there. Look at this. Look at this. I have no more room. I can't buy nothing to put on the walls anymore. It's gonna start spilling out into the hallway. So that's
Yeah.
I'm
just,
like, they,
I just
they
had to
have-
send a text to prep my to prep what's going on afterwards. So
prep the vehicle when we're taking
that's
a trip.
right. Yes.
Fire up the Discovery.
Hey, you think I'm kidding? So
Are you-
I'm
are you
hey,
serious?
guys, I
You
gotta
going?
go. Yeah, I'm gonna go. You kidding me?
Yeah, they had a ton of stuff. They have it. You know, I knew they had the original reason why I wanted to get a new Gundam, right? Weapons
Yeah.
for the hallway. That's right, Gene. And look at Gene. No worries. That's info for you too. They have Gundam. They have Gundam figures. So I was like, I'm due for a new one because I saw online they have a perfect grade of a Gundam,
Mhm.
which has super fine details, and it's almost $300 for a model. They're about 24 inches tall. And I was saying, you know what, maybe they might have it there. Let me see. And if they had it in person, I held it. I might pick it up, right? So I went over there for that. And when I went over there, I ran into Starscream, and then they have a whole Star Wars section because they also had figures too. So they had the Mandalorian you can build. They had Baby Yoda that you can
Really?
build. Yeah, they had a whole bunch of Star Wars stuff that you can build. I think they had a Darth Vader. I personally don't like building people
Yeah,
as
I
Gundam
don't, yeah.
figures. I prefer the robots because you can just do more with the robots. But when I saw the ships, they have miniature versions of the Death Star, and they have a miniature version of a Star Destroyer.
Really?
So they
So,
come
but
together.
what's the price range? You gotta keep
So
it.
they,
You gotta
so
be
they,
quiet.
so
So
they,
people don't know.
yeah. They're regularly the most expensive one there was the Starscream at regular price was $45. So with 40% off, you do the math.
Jeez. Oh my
Mhm.
gosh. Yeah,
Mhm.
I'm going.
And so all the Star Wars were $40, and then take
Oh my
40% off.
gosh.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh.
So was that $24 I spent on them?
Right. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, $24. So that stash right there. I also picked up a Gundam piece too that it's on the side. I didn't show you guys.
Okay.
So I picked up five pieces, and I spent $120.
Jeez. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. I'm not kidding. As soon as we get off, I am out.
Yeah, well, and that's the other reason. So here's the thing. I didn't pick a cart. I carried everything in my hand. So I had a big stack like this. I'm walking around the
Yeah.
store. I'm walking. Oh, I ran into the section. Ah, man, because they also have all the Star Trek ships as coat door, coat hangers. Like,
Oh yeah, I've seen those.
yeah,
Yeah.
they have that. They also had Star Wars ones. They had a cool big like 3 foot by 3 foot Darth Vader picture.
Oh,
And I was
wow.
like, yeah, I'm telling you, so even if it's at $50, you're paying $25 because the core was 50% off.
Right. Well, it just depends on what it is. Like, I'm not going to do a whole lot of the core, but that kind of stuff, absolutely, I'm in on.
Yeah. Well, and I know you like to build those kind of things. So
Yes.
those things for you. I have currently, so with those 5 pieces, I have another 4 Gundam sets that I haven't built. Right? And I have
Do they have any? Go ahead.
and I have a bigger Gundam one that's a bigger piece. So those things, they take, if you want to make sure they're perfect, they take time because you want to make
I
sure
was going to ask if you're going to build any of them.
I do, but then I want to, there's shows to watch, and
Right. Right.
so for me to do that, you have to kind of like, I like to be quiet. I don't like anything on. I clear the table. I have a workstation that I work on. I actually have a set for it, like a little tool set. That's I think that's probably the only tool set that I own in this house, by the way. I don't have any power tools or anything like that. I have a screwdriver that has bits that change, and it's a big handle screwdriver, so that's my hammer too. So but yeah, I have that set where it has so I have tweezers, 2 different size tweezers. I have snips, tin snips, whatever you want to call them.
Yeah.
I have a little scalpel to trim. So there's a lot of little things I have for and I use them all because the stickers, the decals, the best part is when you start putting the stickers on these things. So
Well, I'm always nervous about that though. I'm like, because you don't get it just right. It looks funny, it's crooked and all that stuff.
well, and that's the thing.
Do they have any Star Trek stuff there?
Yeah, they had the Enterprise.
Because those always look good.
Yeah,
The
they had
ships
they had
always
an,
look
they had
good.
an Enterprise there. I for sure had an Enterprise. I don't, if they would have had a Discovery, I probably would have picked it up.
Really?
Yeah, they had an Enterprise. They also had Dragon Ball Z. It's grown since the last time I seen it. Before it was like a little 1 foot section, straight up and down. Now it's turned into like 8 feet.
Wow.
So of stuff.
Yeah.
And then they have they also have a large selection of the metal Gundam stuff, where it's metal sheet metals that you just snip and you kind of like
I see.
put it
Yeah.
together.
Yeah.
So they have a TIE fighter in that. And
Hmm.
they have there was something else they have, I can't remember. But yeah, so they have a ton of stuff. And I don't know if it was the store I was at, man, they were packed to the brim.
Really?
Yeah, with stuff. So I don't know if they were on sale because it was too much stuff. But man, you need to go. Seriously, you need to go.
No, I'm serious. I'm going.
Yeah.
So the sooner Moose gets back on, we podcast, the sooner I'll be going.
Yeah, I think he's actually he's at my door. Hold on, let me go check.
Do you finally bring you the stuff you were waiting for?
That's right. That's
the box.
right. So hey, so are you going to go see Thor this weekend or what?
Oh, I don't know about that. I'm having a hard time getting myself to go. And we've talked about it,
Correct.
obviously on the podcast about how it just doesn't look great. And that's the problem is that there's so much coming out right now, and it gets to be expensive to go see a movie, so it's got to be worth my while.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's going to be. I'm just
Yeah.
afraid it's not going to be.
I'm worried. He went to Highland Moose with Hobby Lobby. You're
Be right back.
absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Oh my goodness. So here's the thing with Thor for me. I'm worried that if I don't go see it, I'm gonna miss something that's gonna connect it to something else.
Well, that's going to happen regardless, especially with the new stage that they're in, right? The new phase. So that's going to happen no matter what.
Have they
because
transitioned to phase 5? I think
they're transitioning it now. We're seeing the end of it, and I think that's why they're trying to lead. Because we talked about before with we're starting to see some of these other show translate with the Eternals.
Yeah.
It's like they're trying to force certain things, so you're going to miss some stuff. But it doesn't make me want to watch it because I'm going to miss some stuff. I don't. That's not important. So as an example, when Doctor Strange came out, sorry, not Doctor Strange. Yes, the Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah.
When that came out, people were saying, "Oh, you got to see What If? You got to see." There was something else. Oh, WandaVision. You got to see those. There were things that connected, but you didn't have to see those.
No,
in order
they
for
gave it some flashbacks, some content for it.
Right, yeah, because you got to see the Doctor Strange zombie, so you get to see some of that stuff, but it wasn't that important to watch the other ones. So I think you're okay with not seeing it. I mean, I'll see it eventually. I'm just not going to see it on open weekend. I don't think.
Mm-hmm. So we got when Moose gets back on, we got to get predictions of how much you think it's going to make this weekend, because it does.
Oh wow,
it does come out this weekend.
It does, yeah. Are you going to go see it?
I may. Someone's got to see it from the podcast, right?
Some,
I think whose rotation is it to see a movie that nobody wants to see? Is it mine? Is it
Moose. It's Moose.
It's Moose. Right? I figure it was Moose.
Yeah, because
listen,
he never goes to see a movie that nobody else wants to see. He always,
he always looks it up.
Yeah, he does. Hence Solo.
Yeah,
so there you
exactly. Go. That's Interstellar. 3 years later. I'll never forget that one. But I don't know. I may go see it. The Rotten Tomato scores for the critics already came out for it.
I was flipping through some stuff, glanced at it, through one of our sources, and it was like,
it's not impressive. It's
I
not
didn't
impressive.
see. Yeah, I didn't read it or check it out. Yeah, it wasn't.
I have it up here. So and like I said, when Moose comes back, I'll put it up. But I'm like, it makes me worried.
It's not a good thing if the director's already rebutting the review. That's not a good thing.
Is that what you saw?
That's what I saw. I saw that they had said, like, they had posted something about, well, I guess we shouldn't have made Ragnarok so good.
Really? Is that what he said? Oh,
that's the comment.
Hey, so that's how we justify a bad movie. I guess I shouldn't have made the one before it that good. Let's lower the standards so this one looks better. I guess it's kind of like with Guardians of the Galaxy when we went in there with the low standards. Like, this is actually really good.
Yeah, no kidding, right?
Hey, have you seen pictures of the guy playing Adam Warlock? Like now, like recently? He's buffed up. He's buffed up.
I haven't seen him buffed up. I've seen him in a show recently or a movie recently. What was it? I'm trying to remember.
I know that I've seen.
It was an older movie. Never mind. Go ahead.
No, I know I've seen. When you look at him, face wise, makeup can fix anything, right? You can make him, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna make him up. Like they're not gonna. He does because he has no physical look in his face of Adam Warlock.
Well, he doesn't. And the movie, it was Maze Runner because that's what he's in.
Oh, okay.
Early, so that's the one I remember seeing him in recently. So I thought it was something.
And he was young in that too.
He was young in that. Yeah.
No, but he's definitely I say he doesn't look like Drax buffed up, right? But he looks like a Captain America buffed up. And it's kind of like,
Really?
Yeah, he put a little weight on him. And so I'm like, he don't look too bad from the neck down, right? And if you put the they put the makeup on, he's got to have the Adam Warlock longer hair, the straight.
He does.
Yeah. He's got to have that. He can't have because right now I think he has like a crew cut.
Okay,
what you call it, a crew cut.
Yeah,
okay.
Okay.
Did you find anything, Hobby Lobby?
Yeah.
I knew somebody was going to say something. No, it's so funny. I had to get something done that I couldn't wait for the podcast. So we'll figure the rest.
Mike,
we'll figure the rest
Hobby
out.
Lobby. Hobby Lobby.
I'm telling you. So
they were
listen,
closing.
I told I already told Gigi. I said, hey, normally we hang out and talk more sci-fi stuff. After the podcast. I'm like, nah, tonight I'm going over to Hobby Lobby.
Hey, he ain't lying, Moose. He
I'm
threw a
not.
text to somebody downstairs like,
Thank God,
Good-
don't
good.
let him fool you. All he was saying, "Hey, I don't want to hang out with these guys after the podcast. I need to get out of here. So let me.
Hey,
I
I
got
have
an
one.
excuse, baby. I got an
I have
excuse."
one. I have one right down the street.
"Hey, listen, I want pictures.
I'll send them.
Yeah. So give me just a moment here to see if this works for us, guys. It's for the podcast. I
Okay,
apologize for the delay.
okay.
I wouldn't have delayed at
No,
all.
don't worry. All you're doing is slowing down Mike from getting Magic Mike
That's
from
all.
getting his
That's it. That's
I'm
all I'm
getting
doing. So it looks like I
Hey.
have to come up with a different way to do what we're going to do tonight, but no worries. We'll make it happen.
the black phone.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's just it's kind of weird. It's kind of a weird time. So all right, let's do it. How you guys ready to get started?
Yeah, we
I'm
ready to
ready.
cover the podcast. We're ready to finish.
Right. We got to get the Stranger Things going. I'm excited. I'm excited to talk about it. And to
Oh,
bring
we
up
were
the
waiting
whole-
for him to talk about it. Oh, my fault.
Oh no! Oh, did you already do it? Great. All right,
Yeah,
let's
we
move on to the
good.
next
Let's
topic.
wrap it up. Say next week.
Oh, you need the outro. Oh, my bad. Okay, hold on. Let me skip over there. Yeah. How about this? How about we just go with this?
I was just leaving.
You
There you go.
want to use
Da,
this-
da,
that? Okay, let's do this. All right, quiet on the set. Let me show you how this thing works. Stranger Things 4 finale has come and gone. 2 episodes with a total runtime of about 17 and a half hours. Doctor Who news out there. Who? And Minions came out. Minions, what is this? 3, 4? Minion or just 1? We're going to talk about those numbers and anything else that might come up for your enjoyment. But first, we got to do this.
According to Wikipedia, a nerd is a person seen as overly intellectual, obsessive, introverted, or lacking social skills. Many so-called nerds are described as being shy, quirky, pedantic, and unattractive. We're here to prove Wikipedia right.
Oh, look who they let in.
This is Podcast for Sci-Fi, where all things sci-fi come to life. If it's fantasy, sci-fi, gaming, movies, interviews, we're talking about it. We're talking about it. This is Podcast for Sci-Fi, and here's your host, Moose, Game God, and Magic Mike.
Welcome to Podcast for Sci-Fi, where all things sci-fi come to life. This is episode number 352 with the Illuminati group here with you throughout your enjoyment. Pleasure. What I don't know. What do you say?
That
Sounds
was
good to
hey,
me.
you said it.
Yes.
Said it right. You said it right. Good job.
Stranger Things on the docket. We're gonna hold that to the end, which is not that far away. Yeah, I mean, you got to get started somewhere.
The beginning of the end.
Minions came out to this past week. Minions. This is
The
Minions.
rise of Gru.
Who?
The rise of Gru.
Gru.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Gruel. I
Growl.
should say that's
Oh, okay, that's a little different.
The
I thought
rise
that
of
was
Growl.
I thought that was a drummer for somebody, but
That's
Nirvana,
an
I
album
think.
cover. That's an album cover.
So how did it do? Because we talked about briefly about Top Gun, and Top Gun has consistently done well. Even in its 6th week, it made over $60 million.
Woo!
That's
That
pretty
is
incredible.
insane.
If you haven't seen Top Gun yet, you're
What was that
yourself.
drop off?
14%. 14%.
Wow.
That's it.
14%.
That's crazy.
incredible. That's incredible.
Yeah.
Because
and
normally movies
they're
drop
at
off-
1.1 billion, by the way. 1.1 billion for a non-Marvel movie. I just want to point that out.
Yeah, that
So-
might be the
so
biggest non-Marvel movie in quite some time, I think.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah. So opening week, holiday weekend, 4th of July, right?
Yeah. Hey, happy 4th, everybody. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
hey.
you might still hear some
Fireworks in the background. You never know.
Yeah.
You never
Yeah.
know.
Never
Just
know.
never know. So opening weekend,
How
three
people
day
know?
total.
No.
3 day total. Hey guys, we haven't done this in a while. What is your guess? Opening weekend, 3 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
We're guessing
Uh,
on Minions.
That's right.
On
Let's
Minions?
guess
I
on
wouldn't
Minions.
have
Yes.
I wouldn't have guessed they're anywhere near the number that they're going to be at. I can tell you that because of how unavoidably excited you were.
I'm in the movie. That's why.
Yeah, 55 million.
55 million. What do you got, Mike? Come on. Give
I
it to
would
me.
movie,
I would have
Mike.
guessed.
I know, Mike. You saw it. So give
I
it to
think,
me.
Mike,
Give
it's
it
a
to me
kid's
straight.
movie.
I would have guessed 42.
42. Okay.
That's what I would guess, around
Gene says
40.
105. Listen, guys, man, I'm never taking you guys anywhere that you need a prediction because they did 195.
What? No
What?
way. No way. No way.
Yes.
Yo, you're
Well,
lying. You're
No,
lying, Game God.
3-day international total.
No.
195.
No. Nope.
That's incredible.
Nope. Not accepting it.
One
I don't
195.
believe it. Not accepting it.
Point 7. 3-day world total. That's crazy.
Yeah,
That's
That's
nuts.
insane.
right. And they are the first movie to take out Top Gun from the top.
Well, it's
Top
been
Gun
6
has been
weeks.
out. Yeah,
6 weeks. I was gonna
Top
say.
Gun
Yeah.
has been in the theaters 6 weeks, and it took the Minions, the yellow people, to take out Top Gun.
Well, you know, we talked about, can the theaters come back after COVID? They're back, man. If
Hey,
Minions is doing 195, that's
195. 195. So, and just to kind of give you, the top, I say 4 that's relevant to us. Minions at 195, Top Gun 62 in its 6th opening weekend, like we alluded to. Jurassic World also in its 6th opening weekend, 42 million.
Really?
Right.
42 in its 6th? That is
Yeah.
incredible. Some movies never get the 40 in the first week.
Yeah, that's exactly
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
So it's
Wow.
6, and then and just to give you a snapshot, we did point out that Top Gun was at 1.1 billion. Jurassic World Dominion, which by the way didn't get a great review, has 824 million.
That's a lot of
in
money
6
too.
weeks.
Yeah.
So do you think they'll reach $1 billion? You think they'll reach it?
Let's see. It's 6 weeks in.
I don't think so.
I don't think they will. No, I don't think so. I don't
They'll
think-
fall short. I don't think they'll
Well,
hit
it's, going,
900.
it's going south already. So they're 40 million. There's no way that they're gonna what they do in their opening weekend. They must have done a lot.
Opening weekend. No, I think opening weekend. If I don't have it exactly in front of me, 125. I think they did.
Really?
125 opening weekend. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
125, something to that nature. They did triple digits. But here's the other thing, is that when you start looking at the competition, when you start trying to break, there you go. When you start looking at the places where the movies are starting to be released, people have you can tell where certain places have big followership. But one of the things that surprised me, just on a side note here, is that Top Gun.
We need a lot of
is
those tonight, so please bring it.
Yeah, Top Gun is very, very patriotic. Top
Love
Gun,
seeing
4th of July weekend. Yeah,
Right.
very. But it did just as much internationally that it did domestically at 545 million. So that to
That's
me
interesting.
was very surprising.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but great stuff there. Minions is knocking it out. It is the biggest 4th of July opening weekend movie in history.
Really?
Yeah, I would think over $1 billion. I would think that's wait a minute. Minions
No,
is?
Minions.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Minions was the biggest
Oh,
4th of July opening weekend movie.
Hmm.
But remember, if just to kind of give you some content here, it has like 50 different sponsors: Liberty Mutual, McDonald's,
Top
IHOP.
Gun have opened on 4th of July versus
Oh my goodness!
versus any other time, because they would have
You
still
know
had
what?
a 6-week take.
Yeah, you're
It
right,
wouldn't-
Moose.
It wouldn't have changed the movie at all. Should they have waited for the 4th of July weekend?
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
I'm gonna say no, and here's why I'm gonna say no. Right? Because I think that because you've seen it and know how good it is, it's a good movie to take people who haven't seen it and go out on 4th of July weekend and say, you know what, I'm gonna bring some more people and see it again.
No.
I think
I
that would work. Do you think so?
I don't know.
Yeah. No, I think they should have come out. We'd be talking huge numbers.
Yeah.
I
Minions did 195, man. Come on.
Well, but the other thing is Minions. They put a lot of advertising dollars into Minions.
Okay.
A lot of advertising dollars. And they didn't really put that much advertising dollars into Top Gun. And then mind you, Top Gun's been on the shelf for 2 years. I think it was on the shelf.
Yeah. Kenny
Yeah.
says it was a great movie, by the way.
Yeah, thanks for joining us. There's folks in the chat room. If it's your first time listening to the podcast, well, now you know. There's YouTube Live, there's Facebook Live, and we've got a few comments in the chat room where we'll comment on those along the way. If you listen to this and decide that you want to join us, you can always do that. We podcast on Tuesday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We have podcast listeners from all over the world, so sometimes it's a little difficult for them to join. I get it, but if you can join, that's awesome too.
Oh,
Gene says that the Top Gun probably wanted to come out before possibly, the war. Yeah, probably. You know what? It's probably a good point, Gene. That's a lot of people are thinking stuff like that. Something might happen. But I say, why not? I'm sure they had a blaster or two in Gru or Minions, so why not? Let's kick it off.
Hey, and the tomato meter has it at 73. By the way,
What, Top Gun or Minions?
Minions.
Oh, really?
Minions.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about the audience?
91.
Oh,
How many reviews just for fun?
But
2.
on the audience over 2,500. On the audience for the critics 130.
Well, I just say that because it's it's new.
It matters. Yeah.
Yeah,
Matters.
depends. If you had a good score, it doesn't matter.
That is a good score.
If you had a good score, hey, 2 or 5 or 25,000 doesn't matter. It's a good score.
That's right. It's a good
A
score.
win's a win. A win's a
We'll
win.
take
A W is a W.
Oh, hey, speaking of a W, how about Who? Hey,
Who?
Doctor Who. In the title,
me?
they put Dr. Who, which is not the doctor that you think of. Doctor Who from the UK. They spell it Doctor Who.
Yes, they do.
And sometimes I throw that out there to be funny, to make fun of Doctor Who. But it is it's certainly Doctor Who, the same sci-fi show that you're familiar with. Listen to this. So I thought it was interesting because we talked about this before, that the doctor was we had they were struggling on who to bring in as a doctor. Who was going to be the new doctor? And we had our own opinions of who we thought might come in as a doctor. And what they do? Well, they went to the well. They went to the well that they had been to so many times. And who did they bring back, Magic Mike?
Oh, they're bringing back.
That
Geez,
guy, David Tennant.
Yes. Tennant. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, they're bringing back David Tennant, which is just a huge fan. People love David Tennant as a doctor. I did too. I thought he was great. And they're bringing back, of course, his sidekick in there as well, Catherine Tate, which is also, again, fan favorite. She plays Donna Noble on the Doctor Who. Anyway, if you're familiar with Doctor Who, what I thought was interesting is that they announced that they're bringing in another cast member to Doctor Who. I thought that was interesting. I thought,
Okay.
what could you bring in for Doctor Who? How could you bring in another cast member? Well, it's got to be a bad guy, I would think, because it's none other than Neil Patrick Harris.
What?
Yeah, it's gonna be.
I did just see that. I wanted to see if he would say it.
Wow.
So this is pretty interesting because Neil Patrick Harris, he can deliver on some good acting. He has the ability of doing that. Could he be a good bad guy? I don't know if we've ever seen him in a bad guy role. Not that I'm familiar with him in. Have you ever seen him in a bad guy role?
I have, and I'm trying to remember what it was. I'm just not coming.
It was something recent. It was something recent. He was the bad guy.
Really?
That we watch. Yes.
I can,
yes.
I can certainly see him as a bad guy, and I think this is just exciting to me because David Tennant alone, which is my favorite Doctor, in Doctor Who, but to see Doogie Howser, Neil Patrick Harris come in, but yeah, I've seen him in a bad guy. I just don't remember what it was, but I think it's exciting to see those two characters together. I think will work really well. I'm curious of what kind of character it's going to be in terms of because in Doctor Who we're used to these big characters, whether they're a group of characters or they're from the future or they're from the past or whatever. So I'll be curious to see what kind of bad guy he's going to be. But absolutely, I see him as a bad guy.
He was the bad guy in the last Matrix.
Was he? I didn't see it.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. He was.
He was the bad guy in the last Matrix. Resurrections. He was the analyst.
Matrix 2.
Matrix Resurrections. He was a bad guy in that. Which he was because in that movie he was a doctor. He was a psychiatrist. And
Well, he can be a matter of fact guy, which is what makes him could make him a really bad guy because he could just be this is the way that it is, and I have no feelings about it. I can see him in that role, not having feelings, and who cares what happens with anybody. So, which is makes a good bad guy when you have no emotion like that.
Absolutely. And of course, this is going to be for the 60th anniversary special for Doctor Who.
Oh.
And so that's really exciting. One of the things that was referred to was to being Harris himself playing in this particular role was the greatest enemy the Doctor has ever faced.
Really?
Yes. So
I'm super excited. I am so excited to see this. Oh, Moose, thanks for bringing that in. 'Cause I'm telling you what, man, I'm just getting pumped and ready to go. When's it come out?
That I do not know yet. The Doctor Who. It could be 10 years from now. So
I know.
But it is supposed to come out at some point in time. So I just don't know when. And I'm excited. I'm excited to see it. I haven't watched.
Listen,
Doctor Who.
you guys watch it and let me know because I will not waste my time watching it.
What?
Listen.
What's wrong with you?
I will not watch. Listen, I won't even probably look it up. You guys can talk to me about it, and I'll just nod my head every so often. Yeah, because I have not one bit of interest. It does not pique my interest. Even with Neil Patrick Harris, I would not tune in to see what he does. The show
sad.
for me just
Sad.
it doesn't do it for me. I actually don't understand why is it so popular. I really don't. Trash cans that are upside down, bootleg R2D2s. Statues that come alive and hide like in Super Mario Brothers, the Boo Ghost. It's like if you think about it, it ripped off every idea from every pop culture genre and put it into its own right. And
why would you say that? Because Doctor Who, by the way, has been around for a long time.
Absolutely,
longer than Super Mario. Just FYI.
But I can tell you that
longer than trash cans. Let me just say that.
It's just really bad. For me, I can't get behind. I watch different versions of the Doctors. I've tried to watch it. I'm like, before I sleep on it. So
wow.
Yeah. So listen, I'll take the hate mail. I stand by my decision there.
You stand by that, yeah.
I stand.
Hey, by the way, I'm seeing a picture of him. I can't put it up, but if this is him as a bad guy, he looks pretty convincing.
He's wearing glasses.
Yeah, he doesn't look like he looks like an evil genius bad guy, which is what he would do. That's his role.
Yeah, of course.
He looks like if he was in the Marvel universe, he looks like the Thinker.
Brainiac. Yeah, the Thinker. Yes, exactly. It's got to be coming soon. I can't imagine. I don't know when it's
2023. It looks like the release date's going to be in 2023.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, great.
But like you said, it's Doctor Who.
Doctor Who. You never know. You never know.
I got a year to wait to hear this.
Not see it. Yeah.
Hey, listen, that's no different than Stranger Things. Come on now.
No, come on now.
Yes, come on.
Go Magic Mike.
He's trying to transition. He's trying to end early so you can go.
You know what I mean.
We're not taking that transition. We reject that transition.
It is the absolute truth, and you know it.
We will not accept that transition.
What? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean we can't accept that transition, Jim God? What are you saying?
This ashes flying from the sky.
No, it's snowing.
It's snowing.
Snowing. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. All right, well, I guess we'll take that transition back over. I guess. Game God, should we rip this thing off like a Band-Aid, like fast?
Do it. You do it.
Who said that? Was that in was that in Stranger Things? They said that in recently. No,
did they?
Maybe it might have happened when I was sleeping.
Okay, all right.
He's already ripping the Band-Aid off right now.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
I'm peeling it. I'm picking up the scab.
This is going to be a spoiler alert. This is your first spoiler piece here because we're going to get into some spoilers based on Stranger Things. Just so you know, if you haven't seen it yet, this is your part where you pause and go watch it. 17 hours worth.
And we'll see you 2 days from now.
right, where would you guys got to start with this Stranger Things season 4 piece? Where in this? I know we have to start at the beginning. We really haven't talked about it. Or did we talk about the first?
Yeah,
We
we
did
talked
talk
about
about
it.
it,
We
yeah.
talked about it.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Well,
But we have to start with episode 8 before we do 9.
Well, that's
Okay.
typically where you would do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
well-
mean, unless he's still trying to hit the lobby tonight. So,
I'm
go
going to
ahead.
the
Go ahead.
lobby.
Tell me where we're at. Go ahead. Plow through it.
so episode 8. Episode 8 was an hour and 20 minutes, hour and a half. What? I don't
Hour and a
remember
half.
the time.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hour and a half, right? So I'm just gonna come out and say, man, that could have been a 20-minute episode for me. I can tell you right now.
Wow.
I'm just gonna come out and say it. I want to steal somebody's thunder with this because there was a lot of hype, right? It's episode what is it, 7 ended, and we ended with the confrontation of 1 and 11, and we got we got the twist that 11 created, essentially created 1.
The
upside down world.
The upside down world,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so we got them. We're like, ooh. So it was a good way to end 7, right?
All right.
Episode 7. So you go into 8, and I'm like, let's hit this. Boom, let's go ahead and do it. And I tell you, we got an hour and 10 minutes of a rehash of the first 7 episodes, because I can tell you, I sat through it and I'm like, oh, come on, can we get out of the bunker? Come on, I know the doctor doesn't want her to leave. He says he's not ready. Come on, like I was in and out of dozing, whatever you want to call it. It was bad.
And dozing, yes, it's a doozy.
And the last 20 minutes, when you get some information and you get some action, is when I woke up.
What's going on?
No, the last 20 minutes of episode 8 is when I woke up, and I'll throw it to Mike's court because Mike thinks that episode 8 was exciting.
Okay, hold on. Let me pull a Game God. So it was a snoozer. The last one was good. All right, Moose, go.
Well, I didn't give no details. I save you that. I saved that for
Don't
you
even
too.
try that. No details. Here's the thing: is that I really don't remember a whole lot of details because of that. So I binged all of this. I binged the first part, right, and then I binged part 2, and I can't tell the difference between episode 8, episode 9, episode 7. It all rolls together with me. But I do know this. I agree with Game God, and that is there was a lot of good stuff in these. However, there was so much stuff that was not needed. It feels like they took a TV show, and said, hey, let's just make it a movie. Why don't we just do that? And you can't do that because you start rehashing things. You start having these long, drawn out conversations that aren't necessary. They spend all this time. Like you said, in the bunker. We got to get their powers back. This is how it's going to happen. That could have happened in a matter of 10 minutes of showing what she needed to do, how she needed to wake up, and we just get drawn out stuff of her getting her powers back that we already know she has powers for. And then I guess she seems a little more powerful. She can lift, bigger things now, or she can do some different things. And none of it really flowed. And that's part of the problem. And then in episode 9, it was better, right? It got a little better,
9?
in my opinion.
Okay.
Listen, you said I'm giving you the meat. Here you go. You can have it because you didn't want to give anything.
Moose, you ain't gonna have nothing to talk about. Go ahead.
Don't worry.
No,
you know what? I'll fill in.
Yes,
because
all I'm gonna say about 9 is that it got a little better, but not a lot better. And then here's what really frustrates me. And I know I'm not going to give the end, but what really frustrates me is we spend this much time, as Moose says, 17 hours to find out it's not the end of number 1, and the season 5 doesn't come out till 2024.
Listen,
like, come on.
All right. Now I know there are a lot of Stranger Things fans out there, and I know that they love Stranger Things. I'm
one of them.
Okay, I've consistently. I remember the first season. I think I binged that thing in a full night, maybe it was 2 nights. But I got to tell you, it was so good. It was so good. It was new stuff, man. I love this thing. Season 2, I loved it. It was so good. All right, season 3, okay, all right, that's good. And now we're at season 4, and I must tell you this. As much as I like individual characters, I must tell you that season 4 has just fallen down, and it's pressed the alarm for me of needing help. Now, listen, I know that a lot of people are thinking, what? This thing was great. I know what you're saying. I know what you're going to say. But I got to tell you, this thing could have been condensed. The whole season was a half hour long. That's what it could have been. The whole season could have been condensed in 30 minutes. The last 30 minutes of the last episode should have been the start of season 5, because that's basically what it is.
Yeah.
Nothing happened in the last half hour except the things that you thought would happen in season 5.
Yeah.
And,
So you bring up a great point there, Moose, because and I don't remember, as I go back and remember the last season, do they always end it where the climax of the season, there's still like 20 minutes of the show left over, and they're trying to like set up, like, I don't remember if that was it, but I can tell you the last episode, 2 hours and 20 minutes, that could have been an hour for me, that episode.
Yeah,
right? Because like I think I slept through the first 45 minutes of the last episode, because when I woke up was when Eddie was doing Master of Puppets. I was like, now we're talking. Let's go. But everything before that, I'm like, okay. I felt like I was watching, when you go back and you watch Masters of the Universe, the He-Man cartoons, right?
Yeah.
And when you watched it back in its heyday, it was a great show. Everything was great. Go back and watch it now, and you're like, why is he telling us the plan?
Hey, why?
Like,
I just heard that.
Yeah, and that's what I felt like when I was watching episode 9. I'm like, okay, so it felt like they were drawing it out as much as possible, but we were waiting. All we wanted to see was the fight between 1 and 11, right? We wanted to see what was going to happen. We knew somebody was going to die, right? Because somebody dies, right? And
I was guessing who was going to die about in episode 8. I'm like, okay. I can tell you who's on.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, they did the traditional. They did the traditional. Everybody was in danger.
Everybody was in danger, so you knew somebody would have to die.
Right. Well, on top.
Go ahead, Magic Mike. Go ahead.
I was just saying, on top of that, we don't even. I never got attached to this character. So, and then people are, oh, it's so sad that. And what are you talking about? It was no sadness there. I never even got attached to him. And then, we talked last time a little bit about this. About Game God didn't like all the different story arcs going on. I was enjoying the story arcs because I thought, okay, it's going to come together. Then it turns out none of them know what they're doing with different story arcs. None of them could come together. And the ones when they're in Russia, there was no need for that story. I was so upset.
Absolutely, yeah. It was like put in as a second thought, and then who's to think? Well, we've got to do something. We've got to take this out so it'll help them. What?
And the whole time I was thinking, there's no need, Moose. And the whole time I was thinking, oh, I'm gonna hear about it from Game God now. Here we go. He's gonna just give it to me hard about how all over the place about how there is just no need for that story, because there wasn't,
and it was just, hey, we need to pay these guys and justify their wage, so we're gonna give them something. We need to use some of the budget on some of the special effects, so we're gonna do that as well.
They did that so they could have the names in there talking about Stranger Things. That's why they did that. Otherwise, it wouldn't have been in the story. As a matter of fact, I told you before that all these kids look like they're 32, and none of them should be in there, except for the sister. The little girl.
Yeah.
That's the only one that's a kid anymore. So
did any of you guys feel like Max was the main character in this season?
Sure. Why not?
I would say that. I'd agree with that.
And I appreciate another character other than Elle getting some screen time, and because I personally think she did a great job considering that she has no powers. So I thought that she did a good job. But they tried to give you a little heart, tug at the heart moment at the end there with her interest. I forget his name.
Yeah, I forgot.
But
Lucas.
Lucas,
yeah,
yes. And
17 hours of this, and I don't know what their names. It's incredible.
These things. Listen, I can tell you that Lucas practiced that scene for probably 6 months to make sure he had enough saliva and tears on his face.
Look, wait a minute. What he did though, I thought I thought that he actually got better as the seasons went on. His character,
his acting was
better. So I actually liked his character better in this one, because his acting got better.
Well, and I
go ahead.
think both of those scenes with Lucas and the one with Eddie when he's dying with Max, not Max, sorry, I was reading the with Dustin.
when
I
Dustin,
thought
yeah.
Well, I thought both of those scenes, I thought the actors did a great job with that. You could see them growing up in that moment to where they had changed. They really seemed sincere. I love that piece about it. But that's probably the only thing I enjoyed was seeing the acting. Everything else was just And Moose, to your point about how do we not remember the name? The first 3 seasons, we could have named everybody. We would have been
Right.
like, oh, that's who. But
Yes,
this
that's
last one was
Will.
so drawn out.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
Will. That's Mike. That's Lucas. That's Dusty Bottom. Yeah, exactly.
So I'm gonna tell you. You brought up Will. So already they're talking
All right.
about in
Now, wait a
season
minute.
5.
No. Hold on a second. Hold on. Before you do, two things.
Okay.
Gabe God, this will go with what you're saying. Because before the second part, I was thinking to myself about season 5 because we knew they had already announced season 5. So I'm thinking, how are they going to go to season 5? Nothing's going to happen this season. Nothing is really going to happen because there's a season 5. So we know that you can't do too much. You can't beat the character that you're the bad guy you're fighting against because you can't. There's no time to introduce a new bad guy. You can't.
Right.
It's just not. You can't do it.
It's gotta be in
So
existence.
right. So I was thinking. I was saying that. That no, yeah. I was thinking, how in the world will they ever get back to the first season where at the end of the first season, because I was thinking how they're going to end the season. I think the first season, Will was, he was sitting there eating. They were like, oh, you feeling okay, Will? And he's like, yeah, I'm fine. Goes to the kitchen and then, or bathroom, and coughs up something, goes down the drain. Okay. I'm thinking, now they never explained that. They never circle back to that ever. Now, Game God, go.
Yeah. So now you come to the very, very, very end, and they're in some house. I guess they're trying to hide Elle from the government. And Will starts to touch his neck like he used to touch.
Yeah, you got this
and
Spidey
tingle.
thingy.
Yeah, the tingle there.
Spider tingle.
And then he
Spider
even
tingle.
says it. He says it.
Yeah.
He feels that he's not dead. He's hurt, and he's healing. So I if I can make a prediction of what I would like to see in season 5, I would love to see, and I think this will really tear things up, Will become the bad guy. I would love to see, because Will has always been throughout the seasons just outside the circle. Like it always felt like he had a place, but he really didn't have a place.
Okay.
Right? And I was always confused with his storyline.
Well, I still am, because I think they're going different directions, and I'm scared of the directions they were going, because I really wasn't sure what they're going to do. If they make him the bad guy, either way, I think Will dies. I think
you're right.
That's what I'm thinking. So I think
why
you
not
make
make him
him
the
the
bad
bad guy. I think one takes over Will, right? Will becomes the ultimate bad guy, right? Because he's been part of this whole thing, and Will has an internal struggle because Will's still in there somehow, right? And they have these guys pinned, kind of like how you thought that they were, going to get taken out here,
Right. Yeah.
And he takes some people down. They need to. The cast is getting too big.
Yeah.
They need to do a Transformer 1986 Generation 1 and start making this new product. And they need to kill some of these characters.
They got to prune the cast, man. They got to prune it.
Yes, they
They got to. And then he fights with himself, give them that small opportunity for Elle, that Elle has to kill Will, and that's how it ends. Like that.
All right.
That's right.
So you just gave the whole season 5 away, because
right.
that's exactly what I was thinking. But here's the problem that I have, is because I don't want to see Will be taken over by number one. I want to see him become the bad guy, because of his story, because he's like you said, he's always been on the outside, just on the outside.
He kind of explains that, Magic Mike, right? When he's talking to to Mike, kind of how his feelings, and he's really not sharing his feelings. In the moment with his brother, and that in episode 9 where they're kind of getting you can tell me anything, that whole thing about being on the outside.
It didn't feel genuine, by the way. It did not feel genuine at all. It just felt forced.
Maybe, but I'm just saying that, like Moose was saying, you see that he's starting to get this emotion, and I want him to become the bad guy. I don't want him to be taken over by the bad guy because that's
Yeah.
to me that's just not the same thing. Because you just gave us storylines for almost all sci-fi movies where somebody gets taken over by a
Yeah.
bad guy, and that
Well,
just would
I
be
think you're right. I think you'll get more emotional heartstrings pulled at if he became the bad guy.
right. I mean,
Because
if you're
he always felt like he was on the outside. He watched
Yes,
everyone
yeah.
else grow. I mean, everyone in that story developed a relationship with someone, right?
Yeah.
And so he was the only one that really didn't develop a relationship. And then the other piece to that is that you got Nancy torn between two guys
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah, exactly. And
Yeah,
that, you know,
I could leave
nobody
that.
cares about that. Go to college.
Yeah.
You just
Well,
go
the
to
problem
college.
is Game God is I think you might be right. That's the part that scares me is you might be right that they just have him be the puppet to number one, and I would not like that at all because that's just it's done.
And then how much more can they do to the town of Hawkins? That poor town, man, that poor town has just I wouldn't live there anymore too. I'd be like everybody else on the way out. There's no reason for me
Gene's
to
right on the money, right on the
Yeah.
money there. Yeah, so it's just one of those things. It's kind of I hate that it's predictable because when I
know.
watched season 1, completely unpredictable.
Oh my, that's
Uh,
what made it so great.
That's what made it so good. That's exactly right.
And
then
I really
now we have this Russian piece. It just
Yeah.
absolutely made zero sense. They spent too much time on it. The pizza guy, too much time, too much screen time for that guy. I would rather see somebody else with more screen time.
well, and what makes it bad, Moose, to your point, is they went nowhere. Those two, the
yeah.
pizza guy and the Russian story, went nowhere. At
Hey.
the end of Stranger Things 3, I thought they're going to go somewhere completely different. This is going to be interesting because I wanted it to be different.
Right.
But instead, they're carrying on the same story through 5 seasons.
Yeah.
And it's like you keep taking out the upside down, it comes back. Take out the upside down, it comes back. Take out the upside down, it comes back. It's like it's just over and done.
Well, you know what I thought that's funny as I hear you guys discussing all these things there is when we talk about number one, right? And we talk about the typical story, bad guy storyline, right?
Yeah.
Was it not the typical storyline in the end of the episode? He goes, I'm not gonna kill you, I'm gonna let you watch.
Right,
As I take your friend apart. I'm like, oh, here we go. Here's the window to leave the good guy the chance to come back. You know,
I need
and
more
so
time.
I'm like,
How can I
and
waste
then-
time here? Yeah.
and then right to the whole I love you, you're the one, I believe you, and I'm like, here it comes.
Predictable.
It was like
Predictable.
it became the standard sci-fi formula of
Yeah.
how to end a show.
Hey, there's
So
this there was this tweet out there from Netflix Geek who said that no CGI was applied to Vecna's full body suit. That took 4-person's team between 6 and 7 hours every day to apply full body transformation in Stranger Things 4. Let me tell you something. First of all, absolutely had CGI.
Yeah, there's no way those tentacles were moving.
No, there's
Yeah.
absolutely not only the tentacles, Game God, but even the tentacles, the veins, they were like
Right.
pulsating.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Exactly.
that wasn't makeup. That was absolutely CGI.
Every time I saw that, I'm like, I have that app that you can just have the waves going through. Because I would love to have not had that. Let it be a real suit. I'd have been great with that, but not the whole looks like it's moving because that's not accurate. And I gotta tell you, my favorite character of this season right now at the end is still a guy I talked about last time. I love Murray, the guy who's going to Rush and helping.
Yeah.
I still love his character. He's such a great personality,
Yeah, I
and
think
he's
so, too.
he's just so emotional in his excitement. That's been my favorite so far this year.
I don't know
So
if
4
to the
seasons.
end.
So, oh yeah,
Gene asked if
Gene.
they'd ever explained a 3-year difference when they went down to the under world, or what do they call it, upside
hey,
down?
I just did the typical. If you didn't know the answer, just ignore the question.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't think they did, as far as I know, Gene. I will say this. One other thing, as a parent, nobody's asking where their kids are. I mean, all the kids are just,
Hey, not in the
Gal-
80s, man.
gallivanting
Not in the
everywhere.
80s.
Oh, no, you're right. He's right.
telling you.
Moose, he's right. In the 80s, no one asked where the kids were.
But
Come on.
nobody asked. Nobody asked. Like,
They
let
only
me make sure.
they only asked at 10 o'clock at night.
Let me make sure Mike's okay. Let me make sure Will's okay. What?
Oh, where's Mike? Oh, he's over at Moose's house.
No. The
That,
only
that's
time-
all. That's all you need to know back then.
Hey, back then, all you had to do is 10 o'clock. Do you know where your children are? And if you knew where they were at, you could. That was it. You didn't really ask questions.
And nobody has
Um,
call waiting. The phone line was busy for 3 days. He wasn't on the internet. He wasn't, he wasn't dialing into the bulletin board systems. He actually, like, had call waiting. You disabled that.
Yeah, maybe.
Hey, 4 seasons passed, guys. Essentially 4 different bad guys that were won, right? Who was the best bad guy? Which season had the best bad guy or bad presence?
Oh, we'll end with these sounds. Who had the best bad guy presence? Season 1.
Because they're all essentially the
Season
same.
1. There's
Season
no
1.
question.
Season
When you
1
heard
for
this
sure.
music, when you heard this music in season
Oh.
1 with the lights out, you were scared. I'm telling you right
Listen.
now, you were scared.
And that's not to that point in the music. I am so frustrated. Season 4 does not end with that anymore. They stopped
doesn't,
ending
yeah.
with that intro.
Yeah.
I was like, what are you doing? End with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, I think the Mind Flayer one was pretty good.
Okay. Nothing
I
wrong with
think
that.
the Mind Flayer. I think that was because it was. You can do so much with it. I thought you could have done so much with it. They did. They used it. They did a great job. I think in that season with that. I think number 1 because the first season because you didn't know what it was. Right. It was all brand new. You're like,
Right.
That's
Right.
that's different. I like that. That's different. But I think that, and then the whole concept was also different. But man, season 5. I think you gotta do some stuff with it to come and be interested with me because I'm not.
Well, you already guessed it. So
Listen, I am so scared for season 5. I'm terrified because season 4 let me down. And I know
It's like
gonna disappoint a lot of people.
Nightmare on Elm Street. Like Nightmare on
I
Elm Street.
just,
Go
yeah,
back
just
to
like a lot of people are going to be disappointed in that opinion, but I'm just telling you, it just let me down, and I'm sorry. Look, we're gonna talk about some other stuff next week. Or next week we might have a week off. We got to see that.
That's right.
We're gonna do it again though.
I was just leaving. Da-da-da-da.
Nerd alert, nerd alert, nerd alert, nerd alert.
You've been listening to Podcast for Sci-Fi with Moose, Game God, and Magic Mike. Nerds have more fun. If it's anything sci-fi, we're talking about it. We had fun, and we hope you did too. We have to split, but we'll be back soon. In the meantime, hit us up at podcast4sci-fi.com. This is Podcast for Sci-Fi, where all things sci-fi come to life. Come to life.